Right, we can go. Commissioner Lamin King Koli, we are here for a briefing. Please brief us on what is happening.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you, the journalists, the viewers, and the general public. We are here today at the Abuko Abattoir, where we normally packed the cows that are found on our highways at the Batin Hadin Highway. These cows, we call them stray animals. Stray animals are animals that are not controlled by their owners. Based on that, they're causing so many nuisance on our public highway. They're causing accidents. Based on that, the National Security Council decided for the operation Clear the Road, giving the responsibility to make sure that we collect all these cows and then put them here in Abuko Abattoir. If their owners claim for, they will come and there are fines attached to it, which they will pay in order to release. Speaking to the general public, if you touch them, you will not live long. You're going to die. My first interview or my first interaction with you, the journalists, I think I've made myself clear that since we have started this operation, none of us feel sick. We are still fit, and we are fit for the purpose. We are fit to do the duty. Today's briefing will be a warning to the cattle owners. One, I did mention about stray animals. Two, we will go into the law of thought, which says if you are having a care of an animal, you should take the of nuisance, duty of care, break of care, caution, and defense. Here, when I want to attach these cows to the owners, I will only use the break, the duty of care. Because if you are in control of any animals, it should be your responsibility to control those animals, to feed them, but not to leave them to go anywhere they want. Anything that they might commit or did, the penalty goes back to the owner. And when we started this operation, many of the owners of this cow, I am not going to mention any tribe, everybody is involved in these cows. Because we have seen an instance where some people that are mentioned being the owner of these cows, if I disclose it, you will not believe. They hold in a very senior positions in this government. So, and knowing very well that these cows are not fit purpose at the greater Banjul area. That is the hard fact. Because there is no space where you can have grazing area for these cows. So it is better, if you cannot control it, you transport your cow to the provinces. I have seen and saw a very senior government officer, when his cow was caught, he came and paid 5 cows, 25,000, and the following day, he arranged a truck to transport those cows from this area to his area in Sierra. And I think, if you know the owners, they know they cannot control these cows. They can find means, take them somewhere on our public, other people, causing accidents on our highways. That is unacceptable. When we did that, there are a group of some communities went to the radio, castigating the police, particularly pointing finger on me as Commissioner Mobile Traffic of Kinkoli. No. I didn't own the law. I'm a little man in this country. But I am given an order to make sure that these cattle are moved on the highway. I will do it without fear or favor. Dead or alive, hot or cold, I'll make sure that I do this.
You've talked about these stray animals. This is not the first time. When you did it the first time, there was a press conference where you addressed the animal owners as well as penalties attached with it for anyone found wanting. This time around, what sort of penalty are we talking about the owners would face?
Actually, this time around, I am with a group. We have our executives, and we cannot continue going front and back on one issue. When there are some communities in the Gambia, they complain, they went to the radio, we make a halt on our own discretion. Let's stop it and see whether they will abide by the law. But we are seeing that they are not. And now that we caught about 40 heads of cow, this should be disclosed to the general public. Only our yesterday's operation, we were able to catch about 40 heads of cattle at one go. So now we're going to see the penalty is there, the punishment, that is the monetary fine, is going to be there. And then we are going to engage our legal department to see whether the owners can be arraigned before court. I think that will be we are going to engage our legal department, look at a suitable charge sheet that we can charge the owners. Yeah.
Okay, when it comes to the fine, how much are we talking about?
Here, the fines per head of a cattle is $5,000. Any cattle that is caught before you leave this ground, you have to pay the cost of the labor, the cost of the feeding, the cost of giving them water to drink, and the cost of our fuel that you have to pay, $5,000. This is not from me, but from the National Security Council.
This is not the first time, so why do you think it's continuing to happen? Is it the message is not sinking, or is it because blatantly the owners of these animals are not maybe giving proper care?
My honorable journalist, I think the message is not even, the message is it filled the capacity of Gambia, and it cannot even fit that. It go beyond Gambia. The message went beyond Gambia. Everybody received the message. It's just violation of the law. They just want to violate the law. As I said earlier on, there is no suitable place within this greater Banjul area where these cows are found. Latrikunda, Sukuta, Sabiji, Jamburu, Brusubi. You don't have those bushes where you will have these cattle to be packed. Let them take these cattle away from West Coast. Right? From West Coast down. They have a lot of space there. But you cannot bring these cattle around this greater Banjul area. It's an offense. And which the owners of these cattle, they know. They knew it very well. So let's obey the law. Do your quota to develop the country and allow others to do so that the country can go. But I and my men cannot be going front and back, picking these cattle, bringing them here, while we are receiving found words from the owners. And this time around, any found word, any other round, we're going to arrest under section, I think, 230, either by words or by actions. We're going to do that. We cannot allow people to do whatever they want.
Thank you very much for
that. Yeah, King, you talked about prosecuting.
Yes.
Yeah, so in case you're unable to see the owners, whose cows are roaming around, what would be the next step?
The next step, that is very simple for King and the state. You go back to the criminal procedures. A property in the hands of the police for 90 days will be forfeited to the state. As simplicity.
So, what is the total amount right now?
40.
40.
Yes.
So, the ones that were caught before, the owners came for them?
Yes. The owners came for them, they pay. Some we have to balance them even. We have to forgive them. Because we are all Gambians. And the condition that they lay. And they were warned strictly that you are forgiven, but make sure that don't do this. Among which we are caught, a woman was involved. And by looking at her condition, she was warned.
So, among these 40, are there any cow probably that was caught before and then...
That one I cannot identify. I'm not a fuller.
But they haven't tattoos, I can see.
Yes, I'm not a fuller. Only the owners. they can able to identify. Farafara Isia Jallo, he can able to identify cows, but me, no.
Thank you.
If you ask me how to identify the palm wine, I can. Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Look how long
Ni kumo ni bina dia tanya ba kembe ko janne to jiber la lu la mo na start le num pour kany ni sol muta bi ni sitana muta kununda ma wolle bijang ni sol mo safu ko mari tela gambe lol believe tanun ko mari tela warante fenne be bala nie ma imari kafale no tandi gambe non la ko wo manke to nyati bayri ngakele ko ku mam mo muta jang ni na mol jantol min be lorin jan ni soja rol bi janne piayu jam mo ne man sa ko kuyema so woto false long mi yalon ko nyimmun ni sitiyol lati tardula tebulu ikani sol bula dron kata ni sol kela silo kan ni sol be accidentol kosla ni sol be mol fala ni sol be mol la dulal tiñanna so woni solu na security council natalo ko sa jibembe ni sol bondi la nyami mo man soto mimbe ni sol bondi la je ndol nyinke kendol min be lorin komaten sacrifice ta ngombe do ko kala banko e saya bije wo balwo bije mbakela nata kenga ni sol nyin muta ni sol fele jang ambe mol dandala minna ni so ibika ni be yang soto ibika bula silo kam ni be yang bula silo ka yelu waleti because luwa ko nimmi be yang soto injanta be yang maralale nimbe yang nyimma mara na tinyar wo tinyar ke ite mari tiyo mi be yang nyimbula luwa nyanta bulo lale teleka so wala nanga nyinni sol muta bi nyinni sol wolle be mbulu jang e mariol bine kamalale dol bije foy mariol fango nata janne mario ben kono janne ni mbota jan ni bina anu ngamin fonin tubab kangolo wala nyinti ko ntolte tula wati o wati man sakunda be esanso dilane be folol dilane be kol kala mbita nyato mbita koma ku kilgola mi yalon koy ko nga bula molta bulala mba jalal ko nga luwa nyinta man di sai bari nte monenna nte mobute ba luwa le bijam pour banko digolo so mbo luwa nyine tamande ni société la non na silo kan na international ni ama motita bankute be nyi sifa jela dami ni ba jela fane ba jela wula kono satel le right abe wala nyama wala si jambi an be dandararo kala say ni ni sio ni simuta ni siti won ni siti ko ben tol di stop la mbe charge la for obstructing a police officer either by words or by action nye samba kitio abaraka
Thank you.
sa mbe diamula fula kan fana bina ba ite diamno na broda sa jallo pray na anim badin fulol fana yekacha bari ni ko ni sol doro mobe alon fulol la ni ko temboyo wo mun talti se diamno wala bar ni ko jallo sinala acha
sona kin koli haali do fayda ko jamirgol tan joma jawdi en renade nangude jawdi accude jawdi sabla dinay ngi ton do wadi joma nay darido do kono enen tigi he small investigation ko badden en gandi gayna ko isa for kono neddo aynota nay ha para accadi he lawol kam on yaha wada gede mo dum don mo jani eden nyaagi bandirabe fo kala jogido nay yo nangude yodi gaccu lawol ngo because ko woni problem o naydi sidi ngoni he lawol di mada public news and cause go di mada accident cause samna nagge si yawta wonano neddo ni darta ho moto e ara walla aran an si nagge tajita lawol for example moto e ara with speed ko client wonta ton to su wadi ko accident watta and do vehicles ko human life woni so heden nyaago bandirabe fulbe fo kala jogido do nay ma kala bawdo jogade nay tinno yobe bakkilo be mada di control be nangade be di ngacca lawol gol completely si woni wawa nay ingegga fulbe tawi geggo go ajo eden bawi eggu at a place where they are convenient so mari ko terminamo de taw